Hi, and welcome back to One Woman Circus. My name is Christina, and today we are going to go over how I'm going to be kind of prepping for fall season. I know it's July, but if you are selling fall items or do crochet items like this, you know it takes time and to build up some inventory and stuff. So I am starting now. I'm really excited. If you don't know, but one thing about me is that my number one all-time favorite holiday is Christmas, but really close behind it is Halloween / the season of fall is just, I live for it. It is my business. So I know it's July, but like I said, I am here for it. I'm ready. Summer can go away now. But a couple things that I'm going to share with you are some events that I'll have coming up in the fall, as well as some patterns that I'm going to be doing for fall / Halloween. So first off, some events that I'm going to be doing are I have a women's expo that I'm going to be a part of at a trade center that I'm super excited about. This is probably the biggest show that I've ever done, and I'm kind of nervous. And the reason I'm going with more fall things instead of, not that they're not plushies, but just less character or less, how do you want to say that? Not animated, but less object items that are plushies. I'm gonna try to go with more decor stylish plushies, just because I know for a women's expo, it's not going to be a huge point of sale to children like it usually is for me, and it's gonna be more towards adults. So I am going to, oh, and the same thing for I have in Labor Day weekend, I have a music festival that I'm going to be going to, a 2-day music festival that I'm going to be a vendor at, and it's the same thing. I think it's going to be more adult based than children based, which is a little bit off of what I'm used to, but I want to stay in that adult track mindset. So what I'm doing is I will have more items that are less childish. So I'm not going to do a ton more plushies that are like the animals and stuff like that. I'll still have them, and I might make a few more, but I'm not going to do a ton more with that. I would like to focus first on making more things like my plant that I made, because like I said, these sold at my last market quick, fast, and in a hurry. I didn't think they were going to because the price point, but it was not an issue. So I definitely want to make more of these. This is the first one that I've made so far. And then another thing I want to make that's similar to that in the plant family is I want to make a few different styles of cactuses. So like in the terracotta plant, oh my gosh, my brain's not working. Again, it's Monday. Maybe I should stop doing videos on Mondays because my brain doesn't want to work. The planter, terracotta planter, holy cow. That kind of style. And so I want to do the cactus type, like I said, and succulent type. So they're going to be on the smaller end. I just feel like the bigger they are, the more obviously expensive they're going to be, because everything's made out of medium weight for the most part. I might make a few out of the Premier Parfait, but I'm not sure yet. If I do, it's only gonna be like one maybe. Anyway, okay, so for fall, how I'm getting ready is I have already purchased a few patterns that I am really interested in. So my first one, it's not so much of one that I'm going to be selling, but more of a personal one to me that I want to make. And it is the Wild Oleander Hooded Scarf. And this is made by Wickedly Handmade. And it is that beautiful hooded scarf. And I want to make it in fall colors though. I've seen so many variations on Instagram and stuff of what she's made with this, but fall colors I think would just be beautiful. She has one that I believe is a desert sunset. So it's different colors that would remind you of a desert sunset, but it's very fall looking at the same time. I don't know. It's just deep, dark colors. Not dark, but deeper colors, and they are beautiful. So there's that one. And you'll notice that if I can, I will print out almost all of my patterns. I don't like looking at them digitally because most of the ones that I have, I don't like how the screen just goes away or like blacks out to go to sleep. And then I just have to keep opening it back up again. And at the same time, yes, I know you can like make that go away so that your screen just stays on, but then you drain the life real quick too. So I just like being able to have it in my hands, or what I'll do is I'll switch each page and put it back into the slide, so that way what you can do too is if you have it in here, you can get a whiteboard marker, or a whiteboard marker, and you can check off each step that you've already done or cross out, and then you can just wipe it off and then switch to your next page and do it again. So that's always nice to have. I haven't actually done that, but I thought, hey, that'd be a good idea for people, you know, if they have trouble like skipping steps, or if they have trouble, you know, mixing up the steps or things like that because they get lost in the pattern. So, but anyways, that's just one thing that I want to do personally. I found this pattern. It's a pumpkin pattern. I am still looking for pumpkin patterns. I found this one, thought that I would love it, so I purchased it actually a while ago. And it is just called Pumpkin, and it's by Natalia Urkova. And don't get me wrong, I think it's a beautiful pattern. Like, look at that. They are very intricate, but you will notice, or maybe you can't see, but they are super, they're small, like just because it's medium weight yarn. So to make them as big as they are is a lot of rounds, and it's a lot of stitches. If I was not so plushy based, maybe that wouldn't be a problem for me, just because my smallest that I use normally is Premier Parfait, and obviously that's a chunky yarn. And so I'm used to things working up pretty quickly. That is not the case with medium yarn, obviously. But it is beautiful. I just don't know. I started one and it was just taking me forever, and I wasn't getting very far very quickly. So it might be one that I might end up passing on, but if you are not completely ADHD like me, and have the time to do it, then I say go for it, because they are super cute. And the leaves, I like that the leaves and the stems are also crocheted and in the pattern, because you can do so many variations that you want to do, whether it be color or size. So I think that's a great option. Another one I have, and this one you'll notice is also medium weight yarn. So I'm curious, I haven't tried these ones yet, but I'm curious to see how they work up. But you will notice also, maybe you won't be able to tell from home or not, but you can tell that the stitches are a little bit different. So some of them look like double crochet and possibly even triple crochet, but they're more than just a single crochet. I can tell that for sure. I'm not like a novice crocheter or anything, but I can definitely see that. So this pattern includes a couple of different pumpkin patterns and a couple of different gourd patterns. And I want to say just the difference is the sizes, but one does look like a different gourd and the other one looks like more of like a butternut squash type thing. But this is called Festive Pumpkin and Gourd, the Easy Design, and it's by the Easy Design. And all of these were purchased on Etsy. All right, so that's what I have so far of just kind of more decor kind of stuff. I don't know, I feel like people and women that are adults would go more for that kind of stuff than for the plushy stuff. And then if the women who are adults do go for the plushy stuff, I feel like they will go for what I'm gonna be showing you right now. So these are more of character type plushies and fall / Halloween items, and I am so flippin' excited. I've made 3 of them so far. I'm on my 4th one right now. I'll show you the ones I've already made. So the first one, this little guy, isn't that adorable? We're gonna call him the Skeleton Man. But he was super easy to make, super quick, so fun. And he was part of a 1, 2, yes. Yeah, he was part of the 3-pack that I purchased. And this designer's name is Jennifer Ward. And her shop name, I believe, is JNW Crochet. So, super cute. Love it. I kind of want one for myself. I love NBC. We'll just say that. And my eyes, I have not done felt eyes before. I still haven't done it because I noticed there's such a variation between the different type of felts that are out there. And I'm afraid I'm just gonna mess up my felt cutting, or even if I use my Cricut, that the cutting's just gonna make it all scraggly looking and have like the blackness, not the blackness, but the, how do you say, the felt, like the felt, how it starts coming off a little, how you can kind of tear it away and it looks, what is the word? It just looks fuzzy around it instead of just being where it should be. I don't like that. I feel like it looks sloppy and I'm not a fan. So what I've been doing, like these eyes right here, probably not sure if you can tell, but let me see. No, okay. Anyways, I use, and I do the same thing for my alien pattern. That's not an alien, but a specific blue alien that's a cutie with big ears. I use, for the eyes also, I use, I cannot think today, oh my gosh. Foam, holy cow. So there's, if you go to the craft stores, there's little, just like the felt, there's foam. And I just got black and white. I cut it myself. I can probably honestly figure it out on my Cricut, but with the kind of egg-shaped ones like this, I just cut them myself. And the pattern came with the shape of the eye, which is actually super nice because it's kind of hard to freehand sometimes and make them the exact same. So that was really nice to be able to have that. And yeah, I just cut it out and then I use the E6000 glue and glue them on, and I just make sure to cover them like this for a little bit, for about a minute or 2 with my hand to make sure the whole piece is on. And that's how I do the eyes with the foam. And I haven't had any issues with it ever, so I actually like it. So yeah, here's this one. The next one I did was this little cutie pie. So this guy is from a movie called Trick or Treat. I personally have never seen that movie, which is odd because it looked like kind of more of an, I think it's a 90s movie, and I'm a 90s baby, early 90s. So I mean, I grew up on like Scream and stuff like that, but I had never heard of this one. I could be wrong too with the year that it came out anyways, but I do want to actually watch it because it looks kind of strange, a little interesting. But yeah, he is one of the characters on it, and he came out super cute. One thing I would recommend though is if you're making these patches, and she even tells you in the pattern itself is a little note to say, you know, try maybe a smaller type yarn for the patches, because you see how it looks kind of thick and poofy like that. If I had a different yarn, which next time I think I'm going to try the Premier, the Just Chenille from the dollar store, that is very similar to the Premier Parfait, but this one is the Just Chenille, and it's a smidge thinner. I think it wouldn't be as thick looking and coming off like this one, coming off the body like this one is. So I think I'll try that next time. But other than that, it was super easy to make. Her instructions are very clear. And it's the same person, Jennifer Ward, the JNW Crochet. So this was the second one in the 3-pack pattern. And then the last one in the pattern, which I have not done yet, is Jason. And these are all considered baby. So these are smaller size, which is why they're so small in my hand. I haven't made Jason yet, but I'm going to, because I would like to have those options of smaller characters, seeing as how the other ones I have are not so small. All right, the next one, let me see. The next ones I have, I don't usually spend a ton of money on patterns, whether it be a pattern bundle or a pattern sold singular by itself. I think the most I've paid is $5. But I try not to spend that much. And then bundles, I think the most I've spent is $12. And I found these particular bundle packs, and they are horror bundle packs of like horror film characters. I had to have it. I had to have them. There's 2 of them. And I still didn't even get all that I wanted. There's more characters that I wanted. And this is all from the same designer. So this designer's name is, her Instagram is shop by Done by Danielle. And then on Etsy, her name is Shop Done by Danielle. And same for Facebook. But she makes the most, like, I don't know how you make horror cute, but she does it. It is the most adorable thing ever. Okay, so the first one that I made here, I'll show you the first one I made because that's the only one I've made so far anyways of them, because I just started them this weekend. But like, I love it. And it was a lot because of color change and things like that, but it was still simple and easy to read. So I give you, she calls him Cuddly Chucky. Look at that. Look at that little freak. He's so creepy but cute at the same time, right? Like, come on. I love how he turned out. And like, look at that. The hair was a bitch. I'm gonna say that, okay? When in her patterns, she suggests, and herself, she uses blanket yarn. I don't hardly ever use blanket yarn. So I just use my regular Parfait Chunky that I normally use. And if you use that kind of yarn, you know that it frays at the end really easily. I've heard that if you use a lighter and kind of put fire a little bit to the end, it helps it so it doesn't do that. But I wasn't going to do that to the entire hair. With my luck, I would put it all on, put the lighter to the one tip, and then the whole thing would freaking go up. So I didn't do that. So I made him normal out of my Parfait Chunky XL, or not XL, I'm sorry, Parfait Chunky. And then I did his hair in just medium weight yarn. Did it take a long time? Extremely long time. But I'm glad I did it, because I think the other way it just would have been a hot mess and just fluffies flying everywhere and stuff. So I'm glad I did it. I think it looks nice. Chucky's got nicer hair than I do. Mine's always up. Anyway, so this is Chucky. And then, so this is Chucky's pattern. And then at the bottom here, that's her name, Done by Danielle. And that's the Chucky pattern. And in that pack also came 3 other characters. But I can't find the other one. What happened? Uh-oh. Okay, no big deal. Okay, So, oh, it was a Jason. There was a Jason in that pack also, and I think I didn't include it because I have a baby Jason, but in that pack was Chucky, Jason, and then she had Michael Myers in that pack, as well as Mr. Freddy Krueger, which I'm excited to do both of these guys. I think I'm going to make the Jason also. I know I'm going to have a baby one, but if somebody wants a bigger one, I'll have that option. And then I bought, sorry if you can hear my dogs, I bought a clown 4-pack. So right now I'm currently working on, so this clown 4-pack came with Pennywise, both Pennywise. So it came with the original Pennywise and then the new Pennywise. I am currently working on the new Pennywise, as you can see. So that's what I've got so far. He's headless right now, but I finished everything else. I just need to finish his head and then the arms. He's going to be another one that the hair is going to be insane to do, but like I said, I think it's worth it. So I'm willing to make that little time sacrifice because I think he'll just come out a lot better. And he's going to look similar to Chucky in that way. They can be twinsies, hair twinsies. And then here is Mr. OG Pennywise. And then this guy, you know, I'm not super sure the name of the movie this one is from. I've seen him, I feel like, on like TikToks and stuff like that, but I haven't actually seen the movie that it's from. I know I wanted at first to say it was from Killer Clowns from Outer Space or something like that, but I know that's not correct. But anyways, his name is Art the Clown. And he's a black and white clown. And then I didn't print out the last clown, but I know who he is. I don't know if you would know or not, but and I didn't know that he was even a clown. Like, I don't know how it didn't click, but his name is it Mr. or Doctor? Is it Mr. or Dr. Spaulding from I believe it's House of 8,000 Corpses. And then is it the sequel or the prequel? I think it's a prequel. My goodness. But the Rob Zombie movies. And yeah, I don't know why or how I didn't understand. I've never actually seen the entire movie. Like, I started watching House of 1,000 Corpses, freaked me the F out. I didn't like it, and it gave me like the ugly feels, and not a lot of movies can do that. So for me to be like that, I was like, I'm out, I'm done. So I watched until I think the first guy got murdered, which I want to say was the guy that plays on The Office. Yeah, I didn't like it. So I got off of it, but I do remember seeing him. And so yeah, I have those. I don't know, I'm ready for fall. I'm excited. Some top movies. I know this isn't crochet related, but it's kind of a get to know me. Some top favorites of mine are Hocus Pocus. I friggin' love that movie. I was born in 91, probably an overshare because info and stuff like that, but I'm just gonna say it. I was born in 91. Hocus Pocus was made in 93. I think I watched it for the first time when I was 3 years old, which is in 94 when it came out on VHS. And ever since then, even as a toddler, like, I have been obsessed. I know every line in the movie. I know everything about that movie. I absolutely love it. I will never get tired of it. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed in the second one. I realized it was not gonna be, you know, as good as the first one or like the first one, but I just thought it could have been a lot better than it was. My kids enjoyed it, which is great. I thought it was just okay, but I thought it could have been a lot better and they could have done more with it. Just my opinion, probably unpopular, but that's okay. My next favorite movies are gonna be the whole Halloween Town series on Disney. Grew up with those two, and I'm obsessed. I will watch them any time of the year. If I had to say horror movies, I think The ones that absolutely I watched them when I was like preteenish, and they ruined me on these types of movies, like I'll never watch them again, was Cabin Fever. That one just, oh, I think I was too young to watch that one, and I was at a friend's house and did it. It was like, oh, I couldn't sleep that night, and usually stuff doesn't bother me like that, but I cannot sleep at night. And then another one that was like that I watched around the same time, I think too, when I was a preteen, was Wrong Turn, the original one. I know they've made like a million of those movies now that they're just absolutely insanely stupid, but that first one was effed. Oh my god, I was like, what is going on? Ew. So yeah, those two ruined me, and I was like, oh god, what happened? From those movies, I have learned that for the most part, I am not, like I said, for the most part, I'm not afraid of monster movies. There's one in particular that I am afraid of. I will tell you in just a minute. But I'm more afraid of the movies that have not so much serial killer, but like somebody coming after another one, like another person. Because like Michael Myers and stuff like that doesn't bother me. That doesn't scare me. I'm not afraid of monster movies, but the serial killer movies, like, I don't know, they just, and then like Cabin Fever, how it's a like a virus type thing. Oh, stuff that could truly happen freaks me out, but monster stuff I'm fine. Except for, and I blame this on being young again, the one that scared the bejesus out of me and like scarred me for life was Jeepers Creepers. And I don't mean like they've come out with a bunch of those Jeepers Creepers movies also. I'm talking in particular about the very first one. That is the scariest one out of all of them. Second one was okay. Started to get kind of like weird. Not weird, but just kind of stupid. And then after that, they were just ridiculous. I still watched them. Me and my husband watch them. And we will watch them, but they don't scare me like that first one did. But I want to say I was like 11 or 12 when that one came out, the first one, and oh my gosh, oh, so graphic. And I was used to like violence and all that stuff, but oh my gosh, I couldn't breathe when I was watching it. Like I specifically remember sitting on the floor, crisscross applesauce, being like, like, oh my gosh, you know. And I don't know, just like I've grown up with like the Chucky movies and the Michael Myers and the slasher ones like that. They don't really scare me. They're kind of gross, but they don't do much for me. Entertaining, yes. But yeah, just a little bit about me and my Halloween stuff. So I am prepping, starting with that stuff right now. Like I said, I'm working on Pennywise, the newest one. After that, I think I'm going to move on to Pennywise OG, which would be the old Pennywise from the old movie. By the way, I can't decide which It movie I like more. The newest one is creepy AF, like for real, super creepy. I will give it that creep factor. The first one that was made, super creepy also, but not nearly as bad. But I think what a lot of people don't know is that first one was made for television, was not made to be in a movie theater. So it's not the same kind of scary, and it couldn't be the same kind of scary. But I will say, for it being made for TV and low budget, and also from I think the 80s, I want to say, they did a damn good job. When I first watched it when I was little, in like 4th grade, which why my dad let me watch that in 4th grade, I have no idea. But it scared me. I didn't want to take a shower, and when I did, I started taking showers and making sure that when I was tipping my head back to like wipe or to wash the shampoo out of my hair, that I only did it to right here, and then make sure to keep my eyes open because I just didn't want him popping up. And so yeah, that one did scare me. I don't know, maybe I'm more of a wimp than I thought I was. Now looking back at all these things that I did and stuff and parts that scared me and everything, I don't know. But I watched the first part of the new It. I have not seen the second part yet. Might have to do that soon with my husband, because we've seen the first part and yeah, it's scary. If you guys have tried to read the book or haven't read the book, or if you haven't read the book, read it if you're a reader. I know it's super long and thick and stuff, but it's a good book. I can't say completely how good it is, because honestly, I started reading it when I was 18 years old, and I'm an avid reader. I love reading, and this book scared the ever-loving shit out of me. I'm 18 years old, reading it before bed. I read before bed. That's what I do to like help me fall asleep. And if you have ADHD brain, it's one of those things that I need to like calm myself and just think about just one thing, which would be whatever I'm reading about. There's a fly in here, whatever I'm reading about. And so that helps me fall asleep, to like kind of shut my brain down a little bit. Anyway, so I was reading it and I want to say about a third of the way in, possibly halfway, and I had to put it down. I couldn't do it anymore. It scared me so bad, and I'm 18 years old and I have never tried to read it again. I don't know if I could. But yeah, there's nothing like the books. Or with that one, in that case, it's just one book. But yeah, there's nothing like comparing a movie to the book that it comes from. So anywho, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for content on next Monday, since right now I'm going to be just prepping for the music festival and then the women's expo that I have coming up. I have a bunch of stuff going on personally, not bad or anything, but just we're busy as a family. So I'm squeezing stuff in wherever I can. And if I have any more new developments, then I will let you know, and I will think of some content. If there's anything specific that you would like to see or have me talk about or share with you for next week's video, please let me know in the comments down below. If you have the time or anything, go ahead and like and subscribe. That would be amazing. If not, no worries. And I will see you guys next week. Have a great week. Be kind to each other, please. Bye.